Hi guys, Squirrel here, back with another car mechanic sim. I've taken this order. The order sounded quite interesting. It was on about some problems with his gearbox. So he's got like find and fix all the gearbox problems, driver struggling to find gears. So I don't know how detailed this is going to get, but we've got to mess about with the gearbox and obviously exhaust, so I thought it would be fun. Yeah, you can see his gearbox is full on rip, so I'm thinking probably going to have to lift that out of there. The exhaust system is probably wrecked, but I don't know which part of it yet. Actually, the mirror and the fender and all kinds of other pieces are broken, but I don't think he wants those fixing. Let's get on the lifter and have a little look around here. This is a terrible... What the heck has he done to this car? Right, there we go. Accessible from underneath the car. Right, first of all, we're going to have to get this stuff off. Apparently, you have to do that as well from underneath. Alright, let's pop it up then. Let's have a look at the exhaust as well while we're here. It's like some kind of a fake Audi logo going on there. Oh no, that one's clearly wrecked. Yeah, that's... One of his, the rear muffler V8, exhaust pipe, and the middle muffler, they all look pretty toasted. There's another part which we don't know about yet, which doesn't appear to be the other exhaust. The other exhaust looks okay to me. We can go into examine mode, but... unless it's like the actual manifold up here. So let us go up there. Could it be the manifold itself? Yeah, it's broken. Yeah, there you go. This one. Annoyingly, this one. Right. Okay, I think that should have done it. Yep, that's all the parts identified on that. Gearbox. Brand new gearbox required. Gear shift rough. Fix and find all gearbox problems. That's interesting. Trying to work out if we have to replace the entire gearbox, then why is it that we've got some more detail? Unless there's like cogs inside, maybe. Guess we'll find out in a minute. Okay. Camera's being a bit weird. Can I go over here, please? Drive shaft. Okay. Oh, I'm so thankful for having upgraded the screwing and unscrewing. It's probably going to be all this clutch stuff then. This is going to be it, I reckon. That's why he can't find his gears. Clutch. I was hoping there might be some detail in the gearbox side of things, and we would... you know, have to replace individual cogs and things like that. But sadly, it looks like we just buy a V8 gearbox. And everything else is down to the flywheel. Clutch plate, pressure plate, and release bearing. Flywheel. Let's look for the word. Clutch. Clutch plate. Plate? Clutch plate? Pressure plate? And clutch release bearing. And we want a V8 gearbox, I believe. Gearbox. Or a V8. Let me just make sure I get the exact one. Gearbox brackets V8. That's what we're after. Gearbox bracket V8. $1,500. We get it for $1,425. Let's walk up to the bench. I don't think there's anything that we could try repairing. No. I didn't think so. Sort by name. Right. Pressure plate can go. Clutch plate can go. Release bearing can go. Drive shaft is, I think, okay. Gearbox V8. So now we're on the exhaust. We want the exhaust pipe. And then we want a middle muffler and a rear for a V8 and a front for a V8. Exhaust pipe. That one. Muffler. Rear for a V8. What was it now? It was rear for V8 and rear muffler. Front exhaust for a V8 or something. Oh, I'll have to do that again. Let's see. Rear muffler for a V8 we got. Exhaust pipe we got. Yeah, middle muffler and front exhaust pipe for V8. It's exhaust pipe V8 will be that one. Okay, front exhaust pipe V8 can go. Middle muffler can go. And that all looks tasty. Let's get rid of that flywheel. Job's a good one. Right, let's reassemble. Seems odd to me that you don't have to screw in all the brackets on the exhaust system. You just kind of click and they just snap into place. I would have thought there'd be more detail around that. Apparently not. It's not always clear exactly what it wants to put on when they're stacked like this on the clutch. Bearing. On goes the gearbox. I think that's job done. Yes, yes, yes. Finish order. 9,900 payout. There's a starter V8 missing. Yeah. we won't argue with that one. There's no... Oh, the drive shaft. I'm glad the game spotted this. Dodgy mechanics are us. Oh, that's brill. Come on, game, let me flick up here. The camera thing doesn't work very well with the, Wait, what? What the heck? The camera doesn't work very well with the drive shaft. And it won't let you put half of it on and then move away. You have to... Because it is so long, the camera sits in the middle of the part. And you end up with a stupid situation like that. Right, 9,906. Which, considering we now get a 5% boost, that's worth another £500 to us because of that skill point. So that definitely was worth doing. 3,900 out of 4,100 skill points. Which is good. And we are what? 7 orders. Let's go and have a look what we've got. Let's do another one. Suspension rattling, blah blah blah. Knocking sound from the suspension. Controlling feels loose. Loud exhaust. Feels loose. Fix and find engine with problems. Knocking engine again. Turbocharged. Find and fix all engine problems. The car's filters need replacing. It's very vague. Timing. Control. Loud when accelerating. Car is loud, suspension rattling, control for car feels loose. This one's got a gearbox problem. And a suspension problem. This has got a timing belt problem. Oh my god, it just refreshed. That seems to have the most kind of things to do. Let's take that before it expires. Oh, this looks a bit like a sporty number. Nice. Okay, so straight away we've identified... Oh yeah, rear engine, nice. Oh, this is different. Okay, how many parts have we got? Knocking noises from engine bay, part not discovered. Yeah, there's quite a few things need fixing on this one. Let's pop it all the way up. Now, there was something down here that needed sorting out. Just the brake caliper. I presume it was just the brake caliper. Okay, looks like the timing belts and stuff are in there. The oil filter. Oh my god, this interface. Sometimes it wants you to press escape, sometimes it wants you to press right click. Wait, I just took out the oil filter. That was a mistake. I should have emptied the engine of oil first. My bad. Accessible from the engine bay, alright, so I can't touch that. Let's lower it back down again. Interesting. Interesting way into the engine bay. Serpentine. That's a V6. Okay, let's move on over here. It's an ABS module. Okay. Right, camshaft V6, serpentine belt A, camshaft. Really? Accessible from under the car for the starter. I've not actually seen this engine before. Engine head cover. Camshaft bearing. I'm trying to work out the best way into this engine. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty messed up. Camshaft for a V6 there. This is cool, because I've never seen this engine before, and this is quite interesting. Camshaft for a V6. Oh, you're going to want to take all the timing belts out and everything, aren't you? Actually, it's just as well. Right, all these covers are coming off, because I can see rusted cogs and everything here. Look at the state of this. Right, tensioner's coming out. That obviously needs replacing. Serpentine belt's coming out. Water pump's completely wrecked. Idle roller. Okay. Right. Now we're going to come out of that. Now, can we pop off the engine head cover? Apparently we can. But that one looks to be in decent condition. So we don't need to disassemble that. Did any of the ignition stuff need doing? I don't think it did. Hang on, spark plug. One of the spark plugs is broken. Examine mode, examine tools, OBD scan. Spark plug 9%. Okay, what's the minimum replacement? 66 on this one. 66%. That one's on 68, 73, 84. So we don't need to replace those. That means one of these guys, 70, 78, and 80. What the heck? Well, that's just the coil. It's not necessarily the spark plug underneath. Okay. Okay, 71, 67, and 83. So they're all fine. I think this side of the engine's fine. Let's put those back on. So one of the plugs on the other side is definitely in need of replacement. There he is. 9% plug right there. Okay, we got you. That was a sneaky little part. Okay. Let's see. Oil filter we know what he's doing. Camshaft we know what he's doing. Actually, wait a second. 2 camshafts. Looks like a dual cam on each side then. Oh man, it is as well. 76. $73. So annoyingly, it looks like... Yeah, I can see it. It's red though, you see it? The camshaft, one on each side, plus a cheeky little spark plug. Now, I don't know if that's everything. I think the best we can do now is start dropping some parts in. No, not the tablet, not the tablet. I don't want that. Because there was something down the front, wasn't there? Yeah. Before we go and hit the shop up, let's get these off here as well. Yeah, that whole disc actually looks completely wrecked. Okay. Also this one, I think may be in need of repair. We'll see. It's really annoying, the overview mode. When you look at the car like that, and the moment you look slightly away, you see? The moment you just look slightly away, it snaps back to normal. So if you're trying to walk around the car like this and you accidentally do that, it's like, ah! Okay, ABS module, and a belt tensioner, and 2 brake calipers. ABS module. Belt tensioner. And 2 brake calipers. Minimum was 66%, so we need a ventilated brake disc. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4 V6B cam gears. It would help if I could type. Wait, what's wrong with that cam gear? Was it a V6B? I think it was. Let me double check. Yep. They're like 120 each. I don't want to make a mistake on that. Okay, cam gear for V6B. Right, gets ventilated. Right, so we need a camshaft. 2 camshafts for a V6B. And let's see. 1 spark plug. Idle roller A, 3. 3 idle roller A's and a spark plug. How many of those? Is it 3? I can't remember. 1 spark plug, I think. One, 2, 3. Spark pluggy. Oil filter number 16. And a serpentine belt A V6B. Serpentine belt A for a V6B. And an oil filter 16, I think it was. That one, the white one. Finally, a water pump for a V6B. Which will be that one. And we are done. Right. Reassembly. Camshaft in there. Bearings back on. They're above 66, that's fine. Engine head cover back in. I'm assuming, even though I forgot to drain it of oil, I'm assuming I'm going to have to put oil back in since I've had the oil filter out. Okay, let's get the camshaft back in. Back on. Now we need to get the new spark plugs going in there. Engine head cover. Okay, let's get the belt back on. And then the belt tensioner. This one's been kind of fun because it's been different, like a completely different engine to what we normally deal with. Like a twin, like a V6 in the back That's annoying. With the car. It's not something I've tackled before in this game. That's kind of nice. Need to put the oil filter back in. We'll have to pop it up to do that. Just double checking we've not missed anything up here. I don't think so. Let's pop that up. Engine bay. Ah! Let's lower it back down in a sec. Did that really not need replacing? Brake disc ventilated. What was that? That was a brake disc. That didn't need doing. Sometimes this game is like weirdly inconsistent with itself. Okay, if you get the front wheel on, that should tick off the ventilated one. Wheel. See where we are. That's checked off. That's checked off. That's checked off. Right, so just lower it back down. Chuck in the ABS module. And we should be good to go. Out of curiosity, where's the, there's a dipstick on this thing. Oh my god, this camera's just a joke. Where do you check the engine oil? Oh, seriously, where do you check the engine oil on this thing? Okay. Let's just pour oil in anyway then. Order status, finish order, 5,600 payout. The engine cover's missing from the car. Okay, so it wants me to step back. The engine cover back on. I'm not really sure how to do. There we go, assemble mode. Come on, close. Why would you let me close the boot? That's really weird. Okay, whatever. I think we're done. Finish order. Bingo bango. We're now oh, look at the scumbag. 4,178 out of 4,189. Let me find something super quick to do. Although at this stage I don't think we're going to find anything. Brake problems. There. Let's quickly do this one. He says that it's like the world's worst, most tedious job ever. Okay, don't give me any clues, will you? Brake problems. Let's put it on a path test, I think. Path test. Let's go and get jiggy with it. I hate the way all engines sound the same in this game. When you're in the path test, they just all sound the same. Should identify where the problem is anyway. It's a pity you can't do a short path test, but we don't need to do the suspension. Okay, brake caliper, brake drum, ventilated disc. Sweet. Move car, put on the lifter. Come on, pop up. Right, brake drum, brake caliper, brake drum, ventilated disc. I can definitely see problems down here. Put around the other side. I want to get us that extra skill point so if I can see if I can use it on the extra garage unlock. I don't think I can, I just don't get how that works yet. Whoa. That's pretty wrecked, bruh. I don't think I need to take this one off, but I'm going to check it anyway. It'll take a second. Maybe I was wrong about that. What is the minimum? 60% minimal condition. Part not discovered. Not liking that. Part not discovered. The brake servo, is it? Oh, that's fine. What would it be? What would it be? I mean, visually, that looks okay to me. What else would be affecting the brake? Is there anything on the engine apart from the servo? There's no ABS on this, it's too old. Can be examined by carrying out a test drive. Or by just pulling it off. That's on 77, so that's fine. That's 67, and the minimum was 66, I believe. Yeah, that looks like the servo there. It's that, isn't it? It's got to be that. Yep. Cheeky. It was cheeky, guys. It threw that in there. Right, a brake caliper, ventilated brake disc, and 2 brake drums. Brake caliper, ventilated brake disc, and 2 brake drums. And then this thing, the drum wheel cylinder. That should be it. Not too arduous. Just had that cheeky little part in there thrown in. But it should tip us over onto another skill point. One more. Oh, that looks a bit rusty. I'm hoping that's above the minimum level. Yep. Alrighty then. So, old American muscle type car. We're on 4,210. 4,317. We do have an upgrade point. We can't spend it on that. Ah! Available skill points 1 of 9. That's no use. A tyre tread test is no use whatsoever. Strong arms, 100% faster, part installing and removing. I can't do that yet. Is it because I don't have that one? I don't want to get that just to get that. Successful repair chance. You see, this is the on the workbench. This is going to become more and more important. 55%, 65%, 75%, 85%. I mean, once you've got to that point, though, anything you take to the bench is more or less going to be fixed really cheaply. And that's going to save a lot of money. Can't decide between the electronic meter and the compression tester. Feels like these two are pretty useful. That's no use whatsoever. 50% better part examination. It's going to just do it slightly quicker. 50% faster part installing and removing. That one I'd like. Oh, that's why you can't get that, because I don't have that one. There's a tree between that and that. Okay, I think it's between one of these two. It's between the electronic meter, which can check connections and resistances, or this one. I'm going to go with this one because I think stuff that's inside the engine block is actually harder to take. You'd have to take the engine apart to find it, whereas a lot of the electrical stuff tends to run around the outside, so it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to go with that one. So yeah, compression tester for the win. Okay, that's the end of another video, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. We did a few jobs in that one, and we're now up to 4,300 skill point XP, and we've got 40k in the bank, so hopefully the next job will be quite interesting. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Take care, guys. Happy repairing.